Dear friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'd like to showcase how to solve the problem of IP address assignment with VMware or VMware Workstation or VirtualBox. As you know, though Vulnhub is great resource for pentester to practice cybersecurity skills, some of them are not properly configured, and the target machine or such machines cannot get their IP addresses properly. Okay, so this is the problem I'm going to solve in this video. However, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now we can get really started. The machine I'm going to use in this video is Samsara. Although here in the description, it's saying this works better with VirtualBox rather than VMware. However, it's not based on my practice. Actually, after we import this file or this image, OVA image to the VirtualBox, it cannot get started or get booted even, okay? So we need to take the VMware Workstation or VMware as a hypervisor to run this machine, okay? To save time, I've already imported this file to the VMware Workstation. So now we can start from here. As you can see, I've already imported. So now we can go to this machine, and you can click edit virtual machine configuration or settings. As usual for me, I always select or configure network mode as host only. Okay, because this is the safer way to set up the pentesting lab. But the problem talking has nothing to do with the mode. Even you select bridge mode or NAT mode, this machine cannot get IP address. Okay, so now let me show you what I mean. So now I select VMnet, which I set to host only, and confirm. Of course, my Linux has two network adapters, and one of them has been configured as host only as well. So this can make sure this network adapter of Linux can communicate with the victim machine or target machine. Okay, so now we can start this virtual machine. All right, it's booted up. So now we can switch over to Linux VM. We can use netdiscover utility to discover the IP address of the target. We can hit enter. However, netdiscover just retrieve two IP addresses which do not belong to the target machine. One of them belongs to the internal DHCP server, and another maybe the virtual network adapter for the host machine. So this is the problem we need to solve if you want to play around this machine, if you want to penetrate into this machine. Okay, so how to do? We need to power off this virtual machine. Now let's go to the dashboard of the VMware. So what we should do next? We need to restart the virtual machine, and you need to immediately get the cursor or the focus of the mouse in this area, because this area would be the target machine would be working on. Okay, And in the meantime, we need to press key shift on the keyboard. Okay, so how to do? And yeah, very importantly, we need to do these things very quickly. Otherwise, the this step would be skipped very fast. Okay, so let me show you how to. We can. Oh, as you can see, we failed. So we need to power off the target machine again. Power off the machine. Let's do it again. We must be fully prepared. After you click this button to start this virtual machine, you need to move your mouse to this area very quickly. And in the meantime, you need to, of course, when you your mouse gets there or gets to this area, you need to click your mouse to get its focus. And then, in the meantime, you need to press a shift key on the keyboard all the time, okay? And then you will see something, some window. Okay, so now let me do it again. It failed as well, so I need to repeat this step. I'm not going to waste your time. I'd like to pause the video. I'm back. After after 3 attempts, I got this grub GUI. Here what we can do, we can get its focus to press a left button on the mouse, and you can use down arrow, and you can hit enter, and then you need to move down again with down arrow key, and then here you can press key E to edit, and then you need to move down the cursor until you see this line, the line which contains RO or read only. RO is short for read only. You need to remove, or you need to delete everything after RO in this line. And we need to change RO to RW, read and write, and single init bin bash quiet. And then we have already modified these settings. Then we can press key Control and X at the same time, and then the machine started again. Now we got root access. So if you run IP address command, you can get the network adapter information. For example, the name for the network adapter. As you know, this machine has 2 network interfaces, but we just only need 1 interface. Here, the name is ENS32, okay? And at this moment, this interface didn't get its IP address properly, okay? So, and we can cut out the network or interface configuration file. So as you can see over here, you can see the interface name is EMP088, and also the way to get IP address is static. So this is wrong. Okay, we need to modify this configuration file. Network interface. Let's move down. Okay, we can press key I to go into the edit mode, ENS32. And also we need to change this name to ENS32. And the static should be changed to DHCP. And now we can delete 2 lines below this line. Okay, so now we can write and quit. And then we can power off the machine one more time. And then we can start the target machine. Now, if we go back to the Linux VM to see whether the target machine can get its IP address successfully. Okay, so let's grab the historic command by up arrow key. And then you can hit enter. So you can see this time the target machine has already got its IP address 192.168.2.8. Fantastic. So I think so far we have already solved the issue or the problem of IP address assignment. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.